We're running out of time.
Saddam, sometimes you can love a person very much, but still know that they aren't right for you.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You treat me like shit, Saddam. I'm leaving you. I'm going up to Earth to rule alone.
No. No, you can't do that.
I'm sorry, but I have to be strong.
Satan, please, give me another chance. I have to go to Earth.
You don't even have respect for me.
Sure I do, guy. Please, just hear me out. Some people say that I'm a bad guy. They may be right. They may be right. But it's not as if I don't try. I just fuck up. Try as I might. But I can change, I can change. I can learn to keep my promises, I swear it. I'll open up my heart and I will share it. Any minute now I will be born again. Yes, I can change, I can change. I know I've been a dirty little bastard. I like to kill, I like to make it. I'm insane, but it's okay because I can change. It's not my fault that I'm so evil. It's society. Society. You see, my parents were sometimes abusive, and it made a prick of me. But I can change, I can change.
What if you remain a sandy little butthole?
Hey, Satan, don't be such a twit. Mother Teresa won't have shit on me. Just watch me change. Here I go, I'm changing.
Hello, and welcome to the original, laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing at all the things that are happening in the world. If you want to help support the channel, you can go to fowloriginal.com. You can also, I love South Park. You don't understand how much I love South Park. South Park has been my first series for a long time. And this movie was one of my favourite things put out by the media of all time. And I'm going to put
Come on, we have to hurry.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Fowl Original with me, Fowl Original. If you want to help support the channel, you can do so by going to fowloriginal.com. If you go to fowloriginal.com, you will see my big old bird face. Thank you very much, Brian. And you can go bird face. And if you go along there and you pop down, you can go to support the channel. And if you go to support the channel, it will allow you to go to become a Patreon, streamlabs.com/fowloriginalwrestling. That's all the wrestling stuff. You can go ahead and click donate. If you hit the donate button, it will take you to my PayPal donation page. You can go ahead there and pop in, say, $5. Make it a monthly donation to help support my content on a monthly basis. All the different stuff I do. That's Fowl Original Wrestling, Fowl Original Newsround, Fowl Original acoustic stuff, all the stuffs. Thank you all very much for joining me for all the stuffs. And that was I Can Change by Saddam Hussein. The reason why I started today's show with that particular clip is, one, I love getting copyright struck, don't I? I just love it. I just absolutely love it. If you'd like to help me get more copyright struck, then just give me more DVDs and stuff like that. But the new news today, yesterday we had news that the Saudis were going to come forwards with some knowledge about Khashoggi's fate. And thank you, Brian. Yes, I do prefer the 30-minute shows a lot more. I think it works a little bit better. I'm working on the format. I was a little bit late today because I got an Amazon order and ordered these for the morning. If anyone wants to sponsor me, Amazon. And these are Morrison's. These are croissants. As you can see, I've already eaten 2 of them for the morning. Yeah, there's some cool stuff coming up in the Fowl Original on the Move series, which is going to be happening soon. But that's some croissants for the morning. And as I got them, I was sitting there playing guitar, obviously acoustic sessions and stuff. But enough about me. Let's talk about the news. So, the Saudi prince denies knowing Jamal Khashoggi's fate. Yesterday, we found out that potentially they were going to come forwards and say that he died while in interrogation. Saudi prince now says that. Oh, I should change that. Saudi's prince. He's not the Saudis' prince. He's a very naughty boy, though. Saudi prince denies knowing Jamal Khashoggi's fate, and it's very disingenuous. I'm going to be straight. It's very disingenuous. I've been reading a lot of the articles today and stuff, and it just seems like all the evidence points towards that man being murdered and killed. That's a little bit redundant. All signs point to that man being murdered and killed and then killed again for he was Rasputin. No, like this guy was killed once. I shouldn't laugh about it, but he was murdered because of things that he said in the media, and then I say these things. I'm not big enough for it to be an issue. But these people are killed for freedom of the press, and he was killed in what was a sovereign nation, Turkey, not allowing the death to happen, but it happening on their watch. And then just the blatant, bold-faced lie of, yeah, he left. When did he leave? Ah, like sometime in the afternoon. Oh, we have footage of him entering. Oh, do you? Cool, cool, cool. Do you have footage of him leaving? No, he left out of a different door. Oh, which door was that? Oh, the one without the camera. Ah, cool, cool, cool. So what about his girlfriend that was like across the way? Didn't he go over and see her? Nah, nah. Did you tell her that he left now? Nah. So that's the highlights of the story that's happened so far. That's the main highlights. I mean, it's quite obvious that they killed him and they tried to bury him. Controversial, but true. And the longer, like, this links into tonight. I'm going to be doing a live stream, quick shill, over on Fowl Original Wrestling, where we're going to be watching SmackDown 1000, the 1000th episode of SmackDown. I wanted to show you some stuff, as I said, like, yes, we spoke about it wrestling wise, and I don't really want to get into the wrestling side of this because that's a story that is still developing. But for my one quick look into the wrestling side, we can see that the WWE put out a tweet today. So WWE statement, because many companies, as we spoke about yesterday, pulled out of a deal, and there are certain talents that are having reports of talent discomfort over the Saudi Arabia event. We've got a cage side seats. I'll take you there now. Take you to cage side seats, and you can see that the WWE statement on report of talent discomfort over Saudi Arabia event. So basically, the WWE, everyone has been hammering them for a statement on all of these things, and this one in particular is that these current events, being allegations of royal family ordered journalist Jamal Khashoggi's kidnapping and/or murder, and their actual statement, their blanket statement from the WWE has been, as always, we maintain an open line of communication with our performers as we continue to, and I need to really get myself here. We continue to monitor the situation. This is all about money for all parties involved. If the Saudis were taken out of the political economy, it would kill us all. The Saudis, and like, without going into like conspiracy theory, and this is why I wanted to kind of talk about it like this tonight, because this is my more editorial kind of sense, and they hold a lot of the cards. And we recently, the Americans recently sold them a hell of a lot of weapons, and we sold them a hell of a lot of weapons. Like, whenever a country has unlimited money and also then buys loads of weapons from you. I mean, I know that there's this whole thing where, like, the British don't sell weapons to other countries unless they're like 10 years behind what's in the military hardware of the nation. But I mean, that's a lie. That's obviously a lie. Of course you're going to sell your best stuff to them. You're not going to sell them your crap stuff. You're not going to sell them the stuff that only kills 3 people. You're going to send them the stuff that kills 5 people or 7 people. You might have the stuff that kills 10 people, but you've sold them 2 of them, so they can just throw that down at you. Plus all the other weapons they have anyway. Now you've just sold them away to reverse engineer your weapons. Awesome. Amazing. Thank you. Very, very smart idea. But this whole idea of nations selling weapons to other nations, the ties that we have, and this is on, I wanted to take you to a story that I wanted to talk about yesterday on the BBC News website, which kind of spoke about our links to, first of all, let's take you to this story, which is the actual story in question, because that's a little bit sparse. But Jamal Khashoggi, Saudi Crown Prince, denies knowledge of missing critic. Saudi Arabia's powerful Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who is part of this whole 2030 initiative, has denied knowing what happened to the missing Saudi journalist, according to President Donald Trump. And that's the whole point. It's not that he's saying that he doesn't know about it. It's that this is not even second-hand information. This is second-hand information. This is the epitome of fake news, my friends, because Donald Trump is the one that's telling us. So how does Donald Trump know? Oh, because Mr. Trump tweeted that Prince Mohammed had spoken to him on the phone. And unnamed Turkish officials, smart, say Monday's search of the Istanbul Saudi consulate has turned up more evidence that Mr. Khashoggi was killed. There was evidence before, like potentially his body strewn across the floor. Now they can find DNA evidence. Like, it's just so ridiculous, this whole story, that this is happening in, like, in broad daylight. So the journalist, a critic of the Saudi leadership, was last seen alive entering the consulate on the 2nd of October. Saudi Arabia has denied killing him and initially said he left the building unharmed. Initially, they said, yeah, he was fine. He left in one piece, but later on they said he left in several pieces. The Saudi heir apparent wields considerable power in the kingdom, has been held responsible by many for outside for whatever happened to Mr. Khashoggi. This is something that is a little bit unfair. Prince Mohammed is the figurehead for this new movement, and I don't bear any ill will towards the Saudis. I do feel like they're trying to make some progression within the rest of the Western world. It's just that when stuff like this happens from deep-seated traditions almost, traditions where people that spoke out against certain regimes would automatically be like, you know, that thing, now it doesn't work in our internet age, because if someone disappears, people know about it, then people who are irrelevant like me talk about it, and then other people potentially that are relevant are already talking about it, and you've just got a bunch of irrelevant people speaking about this anyway. But it's noise, it's chatter. You don't want chatter. You wanted the person to disappear, not become a potential martyr for the cause. But the president has said he told me that he has already started and will rapidly expand a full and complete investigation into this matter. Answers will be forthcoming shortly. So it is that whole thing. It's like, my friend likes you. My friend really fancies you. Hello there, Saeed Al Hadwan. Yeah. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I don't understand. Now, my personal view on this is that, you know, so that's my reenactment of what I believe probably happened. Yeah. But I don't think that we will ever know the truth unless he comes walking out of that embassy, yeah? Because no one says anything's happening. No one's actually saying. They're hoping that the news cycle just goes over. I don't think that this is going to blow over. The WWE connection is that, obviously, the WWE is now intrinsically linked to this. My show, my wrestling show, which, I mean, without being like shilly, because I would never ever do that. Yeah, my show, which you can help support by going to fowloriginal.com. If you go to fowloriginal.com, you'll see my big old bird face. When you see my big old bird face, you can go ahead and click support the channel. When you click support the channel, it'll let you become a Patreon. Go to streamlabs.com/fowloriginalwrestling. You can also go ahead and click the donate button. Once you click the donate button, it will take you to a PayPal donation page, my PayPal donation page. When you get there, you can go ahead and say, give me $5. Make it a monthly donation to help prevent me going poor, to help support the channel and all the different content that I make on a monthly basis, and that would be amazing. And all that money goes into making new stuff and doing new stuff and living. Now, as I said, I want to end on that bit of the story, because basically it's that nobody knows anything. But let's take you to, I'm going to move over to Metro Moments. Now, today's Metro Moments, yeah, is brought to you by the bus, because I bought it from the bus. There's today's Metro. I feel like every time I hold this up, yeah, like I'm a hostage. I wanted to talk about this probably tomorrow. Well, I might quickly talk about it today, but the Stanley hostage thing, I'm going to talk about this at some point. But here we go. When I hold the Metro up in my face, I feel like a hostage. I feel like it's like, send them that. Cool. Right, let's give you a bit more of a wide shot. But it's like, they're like, send them that. Cool. This is today's newspaper. They've got me, everyone. They've got me. Saudis have got me. Anyway, Metro Moments. So today's Metro Moments, as I said, I'm loving this new 30-minute format, because I feel like one or two stories that I really, really want to talk about is better than going off. Now, yesterday we did miss this story. I didn't miss it. I specifically didn't talk about it because it's not news, but Meghan Markle is pregnant, everybody. Makes it. And the big story where I wanted to talk about this is that her baby is due the same time as Brexit. So, as I said at work today, there will be 2 people leaving America that day. Giving birth. Now, looking through the Metro today, there were some fun stories. There's a lot of like Brexit stuff, but I'm not going to talk about that till November because once we go past the deadline, then it will be like, we're talking about Brexit. But Megxit, so royal baby due same time as Brexit is delivered. Amazing, amazing. This child will forever be linked to Brexit. It will be like pub trivia. And which date signified both the leaving of the common UK and the common EU by the British and also the delivery of baby Francois. Yes, some of you got that. And this, I was looking at this story and I was like, oh my god, oh my god! Like I didn't realize how beautiful this lady was. And this Katia lady of the 2. Look at her, she's absolutely gorgeous. And I don't say that in like, I say that in a man way. Yeah, she's very pretty. Like I really like her. Look at her. Yeah, she's very nice. But yeah, like now after they're still on the show. I love this story. Like I want to do like a general retrospective about this story at some point. But the whole Katia and Sean Strictly Curse, hilarious, and the Metro is on top form. Now, there was another story in here related to the Meghan Markle story. So there's a whole, like, spread out here about spring baby for Meghan and blah, 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 blah. The Metro have been waiting a long time to put this. But then there's a story here, which I had a look at. Fergie says, tweet nothing about couple's joyful news. So Sarah Ferguson, Fergie, Prince Fergie, creator of Budgie the Little Helicopter, which is what I remember her for. Anytime someone says Fergie to me, I'm like, yeah, you mean the creator of Budgie the Little Helicopter? Budgie the little helicopter, he is brave little hero. Budgie and friends are always working hard together. Chipper, Chuck and Lionel in a new adventure. Budgie rocketing rope. You know the worst thing is sometimes, yeah, I watched a lot of TV as a kid, and when I know these songs, yeah, totally, instantly, I'm gonna end on Budgie tonight. I hate it. I hate that it's just stuck in here. I hate it. But I love it. Fergie says, Sarah Ferguson was accused of hogging the limelight when she tweeted about Princess Eugenie's wedding moments after Meghan's pregnancy was announced. The Duchess of York, right, uploaded a picture of herself thanking her dress designer seconds seconds after Kensington Palace broke the news at 9:39 a.m. yesterday morning. Royal fans argued among themselves as Fergie followed the picture up with a series of tweets about the wedding with no mention of Meghan Markle or Harry. Stop trying to steal hashtag Meghan and Henry and Harry's thunder, tweeted Sarah Anderson. Hashtag royal wedding 2 has been and gone. Another Twitter user said, Fergie, sweetie, here's a tip. Maybe issue congratulations to Meghan as well instead of talking about your family wedding. Harry and Meghan revealed their pregnancy to members of the royal family at the wedding. We don't need to pin women against each other. At not your average Joe tweeted, can we be happy for both couples? The cattiness. It's great. Like, it's just started already. You can see Fergie's like, I'm coming back. In fact, Meghan Markle's like, I'm coming back. Her family can start doing stuff. It's just like the ultimate soap now. Now we understand why the Queen watches EastEnders. Now we've got some other general stories in here. Let's see if I can. Energy Minister's green boast: I do have a vegetarian child. Some of them I'm just going to read the headlines to you. MP: women driven to sex work by Universal Credit. I'm guessing with this guy. This is a story that I just have to show you because of just the amazingness of it, yeah. And it's just amazing. So this story just popped out at me, yeah, in the Metro this morning. I'm gonna read the. I'm gonna show you the picture first, yeah. Then I'm gonna read you the article. All right, the top. So this blew my mind this morning. In the Metro today, there is a picture of a man in a KKK outfit with his well, with a baby, with a white blurred faced baby. The baby has a blurred face. I don't know why the baby has a blurred face. It's just blurred. Neo-Nazi dad posed in KKK robe with son. A young father accused of being a fanatical neo-Nazi terrorist, the best kind, is said to have posed with his baby son for a photo while wearing the hooded robe of the Ku Klux Klan, a court was told. Adam Thomas, 22, and his partner Claudia Patatas, 38, whoa, he likes the mature ladies, gave their child the middle name Adolf, allegedly in honor of Hitler. Jurors were yesterday shown the image from what prosecutor Barnaby Jameson QC called the Thomas Paratus family album. Another photo showed Thomas holding a swastika flag next to Patatus, who is holding their son in their lounge, while a third allegedly showed him at home in a KKK robe holding a machete in front of a Confederate flag. Thomas and Patatus of, and this is the real kicker, of Banbury, Oxfordshire. Wow, like, I hear a racist now, father. Thomas and Paratus are accused of being members of the far-right terrorist group National Action, which was banned in 2016. Co-defendant Daniel Bogunovich, 27 of Leicester, faces the same charge. Thomas is also accused of having a terrorist document, the Anarchist Cookbook, which contained bomb-making instructions. I mean, just get that as a PDF. I mean, no, you don't. No, you don't. Alexa, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I've got Alexa. Thomas is also accused. The court heard Nazi far-right and National Action memorabilia, including a swastika pastry cutter. That was my favourite part of the story, a swastika pastry cutter, because when you want to make sure that the Aryan race is kept pure, you want to make sure that they kept fed as well. You want to make sure that they kept watered, and you want to make sure that at Christmas they can get those swastika cookies. Pastry cutter was found in a couple's home along with crossbows and axe and knives. Patatus is said to have messaged a vehement Nazi that all Jews must be put to death, while Thomas has told Patatus he found that all non-whites are intolerable. Counter-terrorism officers visited the couple last October. After the National Action ban, it is alleged the trio shed one skin for another and were part of a successor group called the Triple K Mafia. Smart. That's branding for you. It's branding for you. Evolution is a mystery. Triple K. Mr. Jameson described the three as fanatical, highly motivated, with a similar interest in ethical and ethnic cleansing with violence if necessary. All three deny wrongdoing. All three deny wrongdoing. But that's the picture of the father with his baby Adolf. And look, there's a picture of him in front of the swastika. But they didn't know. They didn't know. It was performance art, god damn it. Don't you appreciate the theatre? Yes, yes. Apparently, I don't. Nazis in Banbury, Oxfordshire. Like, some mothers do have them. And, I mean, that was really all that I had from the Metro today. A lot of it was the whole, is Strictly's Katya a leg over? I'm very surprised that Katya has survived the latest round of Strictly Come Dancing. If your picture of her yesterday is to be believed, she seems to have 3 legs. Doesn't that give her an unfair advantage? 3 legs? What are you... Oh, shut up. This is just from the Metro. Anyway, that's the end of Metro Moments. Now, in the interest of keeping this a half an hour show, now I will quickly and briefly tell you about in other news stuff. So Meghan Markle, and that's about it really. She's pregnant. Didn't you know that? I told you. But also, quick show for later on tonight, we will be following the WWE Saudi Arabia stuff throughout the week. Tomorrow's show, I also, as I said, have some new ways of working the format. Tomorrow, I'll be looking at the legalization of cannabis in Canada. That will be potentially our top story. Tomorrow, it will be totally legal within Canada for recreational purposes to smoke the reefer. And I'll be talking about the impacts of this to the economy and also the impacts of this to the wider world and what this truly means for legalization of recreational marijuana within a nation in the West, which is very, very close to the United States and very, very close to us. But today's top story was Saudi prince denies knowing Jamal Khashoggi's fate. I wanted to leave you guys with a video from today. There's nothing really funny in video form. So what I will do though, because I did promise, is leave you with my favorite TV show of, my favorite animated TV show, which features helicopters and anthropomorphic planes. Also, you can join me tonight on Fowl Originals Wrestling channel for SmackDown 1000. That will be starting at 12:30 AM GMT. Please join me over there for what will hopefully be a hilarious evening of the graps. It's only 2 hours long. I'll be doing a pre-show beforehand where I've got some stuff which I found earlier on, some rumours, potential returns, speculated returns, confirmed returns. We'll be talking about Rey Mysterio versus Shinsuke Nakamura in the WWE World Cup show, and a World Cup qualifying match, and his first match back in several years in a full-time basis. And also Evolution will be there, because Evolution is a mystery. So we're also having the return of Dave Bautista and Rick goddamn Flair. So on that note, this has been a Fowl Original. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Please like, share, subscribe, all of these social media things that you know that I love. And also, of course, if you want to help support the channel in a financial way, then please go to fowloriginal.com. And if you go to fowloriginal.com, you will see my big old bird face. When you see my big old bird face, you can go ahead and click support the channel. When you click support the channel, it will take you through to become a Patreon, streamlabs.com/fowloriginalwrestling, or you click the donate button. The donate button is the easiest is the easiest way to do this. And you can go ahead and pop in, say $5, make this a monthly donation to help support the channel on an ongoing basis. And you can stop that subscription anytime you want if you are bored. And if you are entertained, please let me know. I am entertained. And you can do that on a one-off donation if you want to do that, and that would be amazing. Thank you very, very much. Ending today with, as I said, a show which, I mean, it was ahead of its time. Totally ahead of its time. Ahead of both cars and planes in its, I was going to say hierarchy, in its bibliography, in its times, goddammit. Now, so this was written by Fergie, and the reason I know this is because Fergie was featured very, 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 well, very vehemently during the initial promotion for this. It was like, on ITV, Sarah Ferguson's great new show, Budgie the Little Helicopter. And to be honest, yeah, these shows still hold up now. I mean, it's a show that I totally forgot about, which we'll be talking about in a new night from you. Good night then, Brian, and oh yeah, good night, Brian. Thank you very much for joining tonight. And as I said, I like that you enjoyed the new half-an-hour shows. You can basically thank my mama for making me kind of do that, because I was like, it makes sense. She was like, you can't be doing all this. What are you doing all this for? But Budgie. So this show. Budgie is a little helicopter. He is brave, a little hero. Anyway, Budgie the Little Helicopter. Budgie and friends are always working hard together. Pippa Chuckalina. Robotic rotors. Yeah, I was very, very love this show. That's the whole thing. Let's just bring it down. But thank you all for joining me tonight. This has been Fowl Original. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Like, share, subscribe if you're watching on Twitch, Periscope, or YouTube, and join me later on tonight if you like the graps. And we'll be talking about SmackDown 1000 live along, watch along. Please subscribe to the channel and all that stuff. This has been a Fowl Original. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And I hope that you enjoy this, Sarah Ferguson. Love you. Bye.